Hello and welcome. It is the 4th day of April 2017. I want to go over more towards the game theory strategy of buying low and selling high that I've been trying to execute, that I have been executed. I thought it would be easy. I think it is easier than I thought it was now, and I think it's actually going to be easier than I think it is today. I don't know, we'll see, but it's basically buying low, selling high. I'm going to go over a little bit on that. But first, I have been asked about the calculator that I've been using in calculating Fibonacci. I'm going to put more features in it today where I want to calculate the standard Fibonacci that I've been showing in here on number 1, where you put in a level. It doesn't matter if you put the high or low in first. It'll calculate it automatically. And then go through its different numbers. But I also want to do the linear Fibonacci upside, which what you do is the same thing. I was doing the silver one, the $4 and $8 one. And because of the rounding, I'm going to write it this way. And then there would be the upside, $10.47. The next level is the $20.94 on level 3. And then the linear downside, I haven't calculated that yet. It's pretty much going to be easy. It's just the opposite of number 2, but instead of looking for up numbers, looking for down numbers. One-way number pattern is where you go like 2, 5, 10, 20, 37, 89, 287, 460. What's the next number? Trying to use just a formula that I know should work probably pretty good, that I try to always do anyway, so why not? I have a calculator to do it for me. And the multi-way number, that's where you got a swing line, high and lows. You go from 60 to 100, down to 77, up to 130, down to 90, back up to 130, down to 80, up to 160, down to 90, up to 200. Where are we going next? And then I'm going to try to calculate the next high and low based on that type of mechanism. But I got to calculate 3 to 5. It's not going to take me long, but it makes it a lot easier just having a quick calculator available. And for anyone who's interested in such, I'm using small basic code to do it, so I can either send the code or an actual program like this. My email, which is put in the more information box. You can ask for it that way, because that's the only way I can probably send it to you. All right, let's go over this strategy. So it's buying low, selling high. And when I came with the chart okay, this is the code, I thought it was okay to trade, pun intended, as it looked like it had great moves where I could buy low, sell high, and get great gains on such. And starting on April the 1st at 2:29 p.m., I buy at 1,000 two different times, 1,066 and 1,000. I look at this like a pawn shop. Say someone comes up to you, I got this gold coin, I'll give you $1,000 for it, and then you put like a $1,200 price tag on it. This is exactly how I look at it as. I'll give you an offer to buy it if I have it, I'll sell it, and well, I had some here and I sold it for $10.81, $11.59, $11.62. But after I sold it for $11.62, I thought, you know what, let's buy back at $1,100, and let's buy back at $1,000. Heck, it went down to $9.22, let's buy some more. Oh, it's back higher, 1,006, 1144, 1220, and 1273. Oh, it's back down to 1,000, let's buy. 978, let's buy. Oh, back up to 1089 and 1149. Pretty simple. But you look at the times of these crypto charts, and there's many like this. Oh, it's 1:30 in the afternoon, and the price rises to 1273. About 40 minutes later, it's dropped down to 1,002. It's even dropping another 24 basis points an hour plus later. But the next day, the next morning rather, it goes up to 1089. And then less than a half a day later, up to 1149. That's the way these things seem to move. So hey, why not take advantage of such? And very early with the OK chart, average buy in at 1,001 and the sell at 1239. leaving me back with 343 tokens, but I'm selling for 238 extra basis points. That's almost 24%. And I'm left with a buy price at 250. This thing could fall to like 800 and I can still sell for a profit. And stuff I could sell for a profit if it goes to nothing, or I would get a profit, is Bella and GNT. Bella was the first one that I started this with. And I've accumulated well over 54,000 shares, selling back 53,000 of them, while I have almost 1,400 in my possession right now. My average buy price, we can see there's the gain. That's about 225 for basis points. Pretty good. And my average price, you probably don't understand this. You shouldn't, because I made this up, but it's easy to explain. POS stands for I'm in a positive position. Even if I go to zero, and I lose all 1395 shares, I'm still going to be profiting. So not only are these shares for free, but I could technically take my remaining profits and buy 782 shares right now at market price. That's what this number means. My shares I own, or my tokens I own, are free rolled, and I could buy these many back. These are how much I got profits in the bank, we'll say, in Bitcoin right now, or in other charts that I've transitioned towards. And actually, they're pretty much in buy orders. Because if Bella goes lower, I got some buy orders in. And that's what GNT is. I had a lot more shares at 529. And I've been hoping to buy, and I was 100 or 150 basis points from a huge buy order. Wasn't able to get it. But when I first started trading GNT, this was like the okay for me. I was just day trading it because I can't remember what the prices were. They were a lot cheaper than this. Something like maybe 1,400 or something. They were cheap. Maybe 1,600, 1,800. And I was getting like 5% gains in like 5 minutes very frequently, or 20 minutes, or even an hour. It was easy. And I then was learning more about the chart or the code, and I was liking the uptrend and its pattern. And I was like, man, maybe I should accumulate more. And I did get a bit more, and well, it's worked out a little bit. I've also managed to get into the PivX. I've liked that one. Average buy price 62, average sell 66. That's almost 400 basis points, working out to about 6%, to the tune of having about 180 shares at about 4,000 price tag. The cheapest I've ever seen it at, and I've bought there, is 4,000. So I find that very interesting. And the strategy, it's just so simple that you buy low, you sell high, very easy. Markets are going to do what they do, and well, you're just going to work it out. Let's just assume you found out, okay, this is this chart that I like, so you accumulate, you have a whole bunch of aggressive buy orders in. These ones didn't get hit. And when you started doing this, you put your sell order. This one got put, say, here. This one got put here. This one got put here. This one maybe got put here. This one places here. And they hit. So this buy order doesn't get hit. This one won't get hit. This one won't get hit. This one would either hit the bottom or go below it. But this one would hit somewhere. Let's just assume that was the only one that got hit. And then you sell, and well, you could run into a situation here where you're like, okay, I could be running out of shares, and that's one of your risks if it goes straight up, that you're going to have strategies. What do? I only got, say, so many shares left. I need a correction. And then maybe you put a sell order here, and that's it. You didn't sell any here because you were running out of shares. But you bought here, you bought here, you bought here, you bought here. Maybe you sold once here, you bought here. Maybe you were very aggressive in these areas down here because you had some liquidity to work with. And here you could sell during the way up. Same thing would happen in a move like this. Now, if you understand the trend that you are going to have moves that go straight up like this fast, then you're going to have many sell orders available above this level. Or you can only put like a couple sell orders in, or 3. Because again, going up, you're going to run out of shares, but you're going to accumulate them back, and always cheaper when they go lower. And when markets transition into a sideways range, let's just assume this has been a chart that was been bullish. And oftentimes what you've been doing is every time you buy or sell, you've been buying at a higher low and selling it at a higher high. So let's just assume that you sold here, you bought here, you sold here, you're buying here. This time you had a sell order here because it's higher than this one, but something happened. This low got taken out, and maybe you had a buy order here, so you didn't get executed. Okay, now next thing you know, nothing's happening. No orders are being executed. If you're not paying attention to the chart, you're going to get no notifications because your lowest buy order is still somewhere down here and your highest sell order is here, and it won't execute till this stage happens. If you start to notice the trend, you're like, okay, wait a second here. Let's just say you're right here. You've seen this high and this high, so you're going to want to put an order. Maybe you put an order here and you missed. When you know that you got this low and this low, so you should have your order here and it hits. Now you should have your order here and you should know the trend. Oh, you hit this extra sell order from a long time ago. Okay, so I'm going to probably buy back now in the middle of this range because I kind of, I'm unsure what's going to happen, but if it goes bullish, I'm fine. Obviously, I'd probably have shares. So I'd buy here. And then I'd probably buy again at this low. Maybe, maybe let's just assume I hit this one. I've been missing all the other ones I've talked about. So I hit this low. So I'm going to sell here with this one. This one would have had a sell order, say, maybe close to here. And when the markets change out above the breakout or breakdown, you're going to know because you've been seeing at this stage a consolidation pattern. I feel like a school teacher on a chalkboard now. And even here, it's in the range. So maybe you bought here, you sold here, you sold here. Oh, wait a second. Now you've just had like 3 sells in a row. That's an indication that the market's bullish. I mean, you don't even have to look at the chart. Once your indicator says sell, 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 you know it's bullish. So let's just assume you sold here at 100. You sold here at 103. You sold here at 106. If you weren't even looking at the charts, you can know, okay, maybe I buy it around 102. I just sold 100, 103, 106. This thing seems to be going up, and oh, I just sold at 109. You know when something like this happens, when it goes straight up. It could continue to do so, but you know every market that goes up has got to come back down, and every market that goes back down has got to go back up. It's just a matter of when. So you just keep placing your sell orders if you can, and you place your buy orders when you can. Of course, when you use Fibonacci levels and you know a particular area, let's just assume you already had, say, 116 as a major level. Well, you should have monstrous sell levels, say, up at, say, 116 in here. I know you can't see the rest of these numbers on the right hand side, but let's just assume that this is 103, 106, 109, 116. Up in here, you have a whole bunch of sell orders, and after that, all you have left is shares in the bank and insane sell orders up top. That's all you have left. Market goes up here. What you're hoping for is that it stops going higher because you just put an insane sell order here. Maybe you sold 50 units here, 50 units here, 375 units here. Now you're right, it's back down. Let's buy 60 here. Let's buy 70 here. This is the key buying spot. Let's buy 300 here. That's the strategy. And now that's going to erase everything. It's just all about buying low and selling high. It's my suggestion is when you look at other charts of the past, notice the trend. If, say, you're looking at an old silver chart, Or let's just bring a random chart up. I just took a random one in here. I think this is PivX. So you sell, you sell, you sell. Here's the deal. You're going to buy in here. Sell, sell. You're running out of shares up top. You're running out of shares. But all the buy orders come down here. You can sell them a lot in here. Really simple. Really, really simple. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day.